Unknown, unknown, the sea whispers a tale. Close your eyes, let your shoulders soften, take a gentle breath in, and a long warm breath out. Again, a breath in, like the tide rising, and a breath out, like the wave retreating toward the horizon. Good. Now, imagine a warm evening. The sea is beside you. It breathes with you, steady, calm, unhurried. A light, salty breeze brushes your skin, carrying coolness and the scent of distant journeys. The sand beneath your hand is warm, slightly rustling, as if it holds the whispers of countless steps and ancient stories. Listen, the sea is speaking. It has no need to hurry. Its language is the wave, arriving and leaving. Each wave, a finished phrase. Each retreat, a gentle pause, a place where you may rest. Let your breath follow this rhythm. The inhale, arriving, the exhale, leaving. Once more, breathe in and breathe out slowly, softly. The sea begins its tale, at first quietly, almost unseen, of a tiny drop born far, far away in the ocean, where the water is like deep sky, where winds never reach, where light moves slowly, softening into dream. Once this drop was vapor in a cloud, wandering over fields, over mountains, over cities, watching the lights, the roads, the lives below. And one day it returned home, as rain. Now it is part of the wave, part of the sea's voice you hear tonight. It has come to tell you of peace. Breathe with it. The wave rises and falls, like your chest, like the coming of night upon the shore. Inhale, the tide arrives. Exhale, the tide departs. You and the sea, one breath. The sea continues. I have seen ships leave and ships return. I have heard laughter and songs and the hush of candlelight hidden from the wind. I have carried the steps of those who came here seeking direction and the quiet of those who came here only to listen. I am an old book with endless pages. Tonight, I open one of them for you. Page 1. The journey of the wave. A wave is born far away, where the wind plays with the water, like a child with a ribbon. It does not yet know shores, nor stones, nor the grasses of salt and sand. It only moves, carrying in its body the colors of clouds, the gold of the low sun, the silver of stars yet to come. In every movement, the simple joy of being. A wave meets another wave. They join, they part, without struggle, without words, like two breaths, like two glances, simply there, and then gone. You hear how lightly they speak, how few words they need. And suddenly, it feels easier, because not everything needs to be explained. Not everything needs to be held. Some things can simply flow through you, as the sea lets the wind flow through. Page 2. The stones of the shore. The sea tells of the stones lying at your feet. Once they were sharp, uneven, heavy like restless thoughts. But years of water, years of patience, have made them round and calm. The waves came and went and came again, and the sharpness gave way to gentleness. The sea whispers, what feels too heavy may become smooth if you give it time, if you invite the patience of water and let it return again and again. You feel a stone in your palm, warm, polished, softened, as if it were made to be held. And so your sharpest thoughts, too, begin to soften. They need not resist the wave. They can simply rest and grow quiet. Page 3. The secret of the deep. The sea invites you inward, to look into its depth, as if into yourself. There, seaweed sways like long green dreams, never hurrying to end. Fish move as though each flick of a fin speaks the word calm. Somewhere, a shell rests. Inside, a pearl keeps its light. It shines for no one, it proves nothing. It simply is, and its light remains, whether seen or unseen. The sea whispers, in the depth, there is always light, if only you stop rushing. The light does not disappear, it waits for you to let it appear. Page 4. The Voices of Night. A gull cries in the distance, sharp but unhurried. The waves murmur at the edge of the shore, like someone turning pages of a delicate book. A boat rocks and creaks at the pier, adding its wooden note to the night's quiet song, and the softest breeze carries stories from other coasts. There is no urgency in them, only distance, only time. And as you listen, your body grows heavier, as if the sand itself is holding you gently. Let it hold you. Let the night cover you. Let the sea speak. Page 5. The Trace in the Sand. The sea speaks of footprints people leave. A wave arrives, and the trace disappears. Yet what was important remains within, in warm memory, in the soft motion of the heart, in a quiet gratitude that needs no words. Once you too erased a trace, whispers the sea, and someone sighed with relief because it meant a new beginning. Sometimes erasure is not about vanishing, but about a clean page. You listen, and inside you, a small yes appears, like a faint consonant that makes the word whole. Page 6. Of Tea and Light. The sea remembers how someone sat by the shore with a warm cup and steam rose, mingling with the sea air. The evening was cool, and people wrapped themselves in blankets and spoke in whispers, not because they could not speak louder, but because the silence was beautiful. You feel the scene, the slightly rough edge of the blanket, the warm cup in your hands, and the small flame that does not fight the dark, but simply exists. So with you, whispers the sea, you need not struggle. You can simply be, and that is enough. Page 7. A letter carried away and returned. Sometimes people write letters to their future selves, sometimes to their past. The sea does not read them, it simply carries them, sometimes very far, sometimes back to your own feet. And the letter grows light, like a shell shifting with the breath of the tide. Say quietly to yourself a few words you wish to send to someone who matters, perhaps to yourself, who will one day listen to this sea at another time. Say it and release it. The wave will carry it away and return it when the hour comes. Page 8. Of Simple Things. The sea loves simplicity. A wave comes, a wave goes. In this rhythm is reliability. In this constancy is freedom. You breathe the same way. Inhale, the wave comes. Exhale, the wave goes. With each breath out, it grows a little longer, as if the sea asks you to give it all that is unnecessary. And you give. The tension in your neck, the weary thoughts, the words that are no longer needed. The sea accepts everything as calmly as it accepts the rain. Page 9. Of Sleep that comes like the tide. Sleep is the same water. It is not obliged to come the very minute you call, but it comes when you stop watching for it, when you stop counting minutes, when you allow yourself simply to be alive, and then it covers you gently, without jolts, as though you lie on your back, gazing into the night sky, while the water holds you, and you need do nothing to remain afloat. The water does it for you. Page 10. A Lullaby of Water. Listen to the sea singing without words. Its song is the rustle at the shore's edge and the distant, faint rolling. At times, a soft strike against stone, at times only breath. The sea sings of how the world is vast, and in this vastness you may rest. That time is endless, and in this infinity you may let go. That night comes so you may remember you have the right to silence. Now the sea closes its book and says, "This night is enough. Let the pages sleep softly until dawn. I will stay nearby, and if you need me, I will begin the tale again, from any place, from any wave, from any silence. Feel your breath. It is steady and calm. Within it, the rhythm of ebb and flow. Feel the heaviness of your body, pleasant, secure, as if the sand beneath has become a soft mattress, and the air a light blanket. If sleep is already approaching, let it enter, without words and without condition. Simply rest in this gentle night. The sea will remain beside you, your breathing will be shared, and each new wave will be quieter than the last. At the very edge of hearing, barely, barely inhale. The wave arrives, exhale. The wave departs, inhale, exhale. Softer still, deeper still, calmer still. Sleep. I am near. The sea is near. The night holds you gently. You are safe. You are home.